And I'm super excited, y'all. So I kind of finished a little bit early today with Tesla, and I wanted to just go over some things with you. I can go ahead and delete some of these alerts that I always set for myself, but I kind of wanted to show you some things while the market was open. And we're going to go over a lot of different things. Let me say that, right? And before somebody come and say it's a lot of lines on your charts, how do you do and how X listen? Trading is a place to where you have to come up with your own strategy, and once it works for you, don't try to reinvent, don't try to go back and change it. So I have a way of marking my levels of support and resistance, and I don't delete them. Now there are double lines on top of each other. Yeah, I probably may, let me say that, not quite saying I will, but it works for me, and there's always a way to change my view. So let me say that, right? So I needed to get that disclaimer out, because I know when some experienced traders look at my charts, they're like, you got too many lines on your chart. Well, it works for me. Let me say that, right? So now we are looking at Tesla, and Tesla is who I normally look every single day. But I've been trading, or just charting Tesla. Let's say that I've been charting Tesla for about 5 years now. So I kind of know where the trouble places are, right? So I'm going to give a prime example of this level right here. I'm going to see when this line was marked. This price stopped at this area here for a reason. So I need to go and see, when did I mark this level here, right? I don't know when. It was, wow, it was marked 12/9/2024. So that is important for me, because I already kind of knew where the trouble places are. And as you can see, when Tesla was coming back down, it came back and found support at a level from 12 something 2024, December 2024. So that's important for me, marking the levels of support and resistance. So let's start from kind of like going over some things as of right now. Now, in the market, when you're looking at the charts, there's a red candle and there's a green candle. Let's start there, right? So the red candle, which is here, we'll start here. That means we have some sellers. Red means sell, green means buy. Red means sell, green means buy. And I always try to keep this strategy, right? This, if they're buying, I want to buy. If they're selling, I want to be selling, right? So I trade options. Options is a little bit, it works for me. Let me say that. And that's a way, for you to go in and make money in either direction. That means when it's going up, you make money. When it's going down, you can still make money, versus having just shares of the stock. You could very well lose money as it goes down if you did not sell. So, and then you have to think about what type of trader you want to be. So that's another thing. But okay, so the market is open. We're watching Tesla. Red candles mean sellers. Green candles mean buyers. So as of right now, from this time, let's say about 12:38. So about 12:30 up until now, which is about 2:04 at the time of recording this. Again, the market is open until 4 o'clock today. So Tesla has been really moving sideways. That you may hear a lot of people saying sideways, or the consolidation area. It's consolidating. It's not really going anywhere for Tesla. Let me say that, considering we just come off of a very strong down, like it sold off really bad today, meaning we had a high of, I think, 438 and a low today of around 389, which is here, 389.88. So that's kind of interesting for Tesla, right? Big sell off today. So as of now, the sell off happened. And we came and we found some support at this area here. Support means it kind of keeps us from going down further. And as you can see, this was the line that I marked. I'm going to see when I mark this line here. I marked it June the 5th, 2026, right? So this is the support that I had marked, but we came down to another level, which was very kind of close, right? So from 390.92, that means Tesla was at that area before, back in June. I'm going to see here what this area here tells me. So this was dated to 12/9/2024, y'all. So, okay, so this was 12/9 somewhere in this area. And now back here, this is around the 12/9 area. From from 2024. That's interesting to watch, right? So Tesla came down and found support at a level that I have marked. You can see the blue line here, prices here, prices here in this blue line. Well, guess what? We broke that, but we came back slightly under that to find support on this line here. So again, you're going to refer to support and resistance a lot in trading. Support, I always say, where are the trouble places? And we identify that with support and resistance, right? So Tesla was moving from 1238 till about 2, let's say, yeah, about 2 o'clock, 155 area. It looks like we're trying to break out of this area here. You may hear that word a lot, breakout. So you want to go back and study that. It just means that price was gathering. I call it the gathering spot. Price was gathering in this area here, and we broke out of that area. So now it's breaking out. But as you can see, candle is moving. I like to look at the 2-minute chart. We'll talk about that in a minute. Price came to this area here, but we could very well test it and come back down, right? So as of right now, this white line, which is 92.73, is my support. And it looks like it could very well get rejected at this ATR trail and stop. So for this length of time, Tesla gathered in the gathering spot or consolidated and moved as it did, right? So now it looks like it's trying to make some type of recovery after having a $30-something sell-off, right? So is it going to go back to the highs of today? Probably not. I just need to know where the trouble places are. So before I enter my trade, I kind of need to know where I'm going to have trouble. And that's the key to trading, to me, in my opinion. Where are my trouble places? Let me rephrase that. The key to trading is having the discipline to get in when it's time to get in and to get out when your charts are telling you it's time to get out, and to not overstay your welcome. And a lot of times, y'all, that's what we do. We kind of get greedy, and my line is this, you get greedy, you get nothing. So be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what the Lord bless you with. And once you receive that, get out. Again, if you overstay your welcome, you will lose it all. That's something to think about. So Tesla tried to come up to this area, meaning this was our little gathering spot here, right? It gathered in this area. So as soon as we broke over this line here, that means we were trying to break out of the zone that we were in, and only to have trouble in this area here. So I really need to see Tesla go back above this level, which was around 390, 360. So normally I would mark a line somewhere around here to just let me know, okay, Tesla is kind of breaking through that level that I kind of needed to watch it. This again is on the 2-minute chart. We could very well go to the 5-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart, and then the daily chart. Those are the time frames that I normally use. There is my alert to let me know that Tesla just broke through an area that I had marked, and that's very, very important. So what I would say is sometimes you have to learn to filter the outside noise. And what does that mean? You have to be able to drown out all of these little extra lines right here and just focus solely on the candles. What are the candles telling you? Who's in control of this trade? Right now we have a lot. This is support. Remember, we said that was our support area. Looks like we're bouncing off of a support area going back to the upside. So it looks like the buyers are in control as of right now. This candle was an indication bouncing off of, again, this support line. But again, y'all see, we stopped right at an area that we kind of knew. I think that was from 2024. We stopped right at an area we kind of knew we could possibly have trouble. I always want to know, where can I possibly have trouble? So if I would have bought Tesla, anywhere in this direction down here just for a scalp, that means I'm going to get in really quick, get out really quick. That's a scalp. And if I were to buy Tesla, just if it passed this line here, I could have gotten in. I should have known that I would have had trouble in this area based on what my charts are telling me, right? And other confirmations, what I look for, that blue line and that white line, that's confirmation. That's 5 and 50. We'll do moving averages another time. But again, as you can see, we bounced off of a support area and we are moving to the upside. Now, the question is, where is it going to stop? There is a sign right there. We're having trouble right here. Does that mean get out of your trade? Not necessarily. It just means that there was some sellers in that area, and we definitely need to watch that. But if I were to mark that line, and let me see if I can do that. If I were to mark that line for Tesla, I could show you on, if we go back in history, always go back to the left, right about here, we kind of had some trouble in this area anyway. So would that have been a selling place? Possibly. Let's say that, possibly. So I mean, in the market, y'all, it's really not hard. It's just learning to know where your trouble places are, and again, having that discipline to get out of your trade when it's time to get out of your trade. So I don't want to overwhelm you with this video, because it can be overwhelming. Again, if I zoom out and show you all of the little lines that's on my chart, it will be overwhelming. But practice looking at the red candles, looking at the green candles, and identifying who's in control of that trade. See if you can find the gathering spots where price just gathered and it really didn't go anywhere. It went here, up, here slightly, here back up slightly again, down again, and then it decided to break out of that area. So that's something to think about. So one for homework: support, resistance, and the breakout area. That's very, very important. Those are things that you very well, need to get some research, do some research on. So listen, y'all, we'll do more videos like this. Again, I don't want to overwhelm you, but the market is open and Tesla is doing some different, doing what Tesla does. Let me say that, right? And I just wanted to point out some things with that, and we'll keep learning and growing together. Again, I am Dee Dee here at the Fillin Station. If you could please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, I trade a little bit differently from everybody else. And y'all, guess what? People trade how they trade, right? There's so many different ways to make money in the market. And what's challenging at times is trying to figure out what strategy works best for you and for you to have the discipline to execute your plan. So I hope that everyone have an amazing day today, y'all, as always, on purpose.